A little bit ago, I did a YouTube short about this Age of Extinction leader Optimus Prime and his very funny unintended feature where his head just flies off. And I've always loved this toy. I've had it since 2014. It's always been a favorite of mine. However, there's always been a version of it that has eluded my grasp for the longest time. And today, I'm very happy that I have gotten it. Now, some of you may actually know what this figure is. Some of you may actually be familiar with this better version of Leader Class Optimus. Others may be thinking like, what are you talking about? Is it like a Platinum Edition repaint? Is it like the Last Night version? Oh, no, it is something not from these lands. That sounds so stupid. It's a Takara figure. It's a Takara version of Last Night Optimus, or Age of Extinction Optimus Prime. There is a Last Night version. I opted not to get that. I just have the Age of Extinction one here because I am far more nostalgic for Age of Extinction than the Last Night. But we can see here, we're already getting some nicer looking accessories. Still not 100% accurate. Still looking a little weird. We've got a new shield that has some nicer paint on it. Keep in mind, look at these awesome metallic reds and metallic blues. That's not the last we're going to see of that. And his sword is looking a lot better. Looks more like heated with energon. The paint's a little thin on it, but it's still pretty cool looking. But this right here, this is it. I don't know if it's going to be in bot mode or vehicle mode. It looks like it's going to be in bot mode to start. This is the Takara Tomy Age of Extinction Armor Knight Optimus Prime. Looks like he actually packed it in an in-between transformation. But look at that metallic blue right there. This is coated in paint. Let's detach that. And already you can see this is far more accurate. So for the initial Age of Extinction Optimus figure from Takara, it was just a nicer painted version of the original Age of Extinction leader class. However, I think it was like either December or like early 2015, they came out with this. This is the Armor Knight version. Because at the end of the movie, or close to the end of the movie, when he grabbed the sword, his arms kind of got that extra armor. And they were like, hey, let's do that and also actually make him accurate to the movie. He still does have the backpack kibble, but just look at this. He's got a new head sculpt. He's got new chest sculpt. I don't think he has new shoulders and biceps, but he does have new forearms that look amazing. He does have a new skirt right there. He does have, I think, new feet. I don't think he has new legs, but I think he has new feet. Yeah, he's got new feet that are far more movie accurate. And overall, he's just covered in metallic silvers and reds and blues. And he just looks absolutely gorgeous. And I love it. There is a Last Night version of this mold, and some people prefer that because I think it's called like Caliber Optimus. Essentially, all this backpack that we have known and either loved or hated with the Age of Extinction Optimus mold, all this backpack isn't a backpack, but it's actually a shield that can detach, and it's a humongous shield, and it kind of looks more like what he had in Dark of the Moon. It's kind of cool. Not really my thing. I kind of just prefer this, believe it or not. I just think this works a little bit better. Even though you still kind of see it peeking out, it still just looks gorgeous. And you may be noticing, oh, his head sculpt looks a little different. And it does, because they gave this Optimus a brand new head sculpt. And it looks amazing. His mouth is showing. That is something that might bother some people. He just has the, you know, the mouthless, or the faceplateless face going on here. But wait! This is one of the very first Optimus Prime toys to ever have the face switch gimmick. This is so cool. This is one of the very first ones that ever was given this face switch. It's kind of tight. It's a little tighter than I expected. Am I doing this wrong? Or am I just struggling? Come on, there we go. So you can give him the mouth plate if you want. And that looks so good. It looks so good, especially with all the silver on the head and the metallic blue. And I love the chest, too. That's one thing that always bugged me about this one, is that this is just so purely concept art. So you got like the grill and you just have these panels. But here you actually have the Age of Extinction Optimus panels. And I love the added gold too. He's got gold on the legs. He's got gold on the chest. Because I always thought the little gold accents for AOE Prime looked so amazing. And this guy overall, to me, is just stunning. I love it. Absolutely love it. And yeah, it's not still 100% accurate. It's still the Age of Extinction leader mold. I do have like Unique Toys Challenger and, you know, the Last Night Voyager with the repro labels. I have other nice Age of Extinction Optimus Primes. However, I've always wanted this one. And I'm very happy to finally have it. Now, one rule I do have with my Optimus Prime collecting is that I don't like getting an Optimus Prime toy repainted into another Optimus Prime. So for, you know, Nemesis Primes, Scourges, Toxitrons, what have you, I'm chill with that. But I don't like just having, oh, here's an Optimus Prime and here's an Optimus Prime in different colors. I do make an exception, though, if they change any tooling. And since this has new arms, new chest, new head, new skirt, new feet, it counts in my book as a unique Optimus Prime toy in my collection. I mean, just looking at these, man, you can just tell Takara just did an outstanding job. And this only cost me $60, including shipping, which is not bad. And there's plenty of other listings on eBay where you can get it for a similar price. So you can basically get this very pretty leader class Age of Extinction Optimus with swivel wrists. I didn't even know that. Oh my gosh. You can get him for basically modern day leader class price. And to me, that is outstanding. Man, look at that armor. That is so cool looking. I always loved his armor in the movie for his arms, how he just kind of grabbed the sword and it all just formed around him. Recognize one of your knights. It's so cool. It's so cool. So for articulation on him, he does have the same ball joint. One thing I'm curious about, does he retain the same, like, crazy head will fly feature? Well, I see his faceplate is like lifted up a little bit, so that might be something this mold does. Maybe the faceplate like starts flipping up. Yeah, you can see. I think the head's more secure on there, but that faceplate's gonna start flipping up. That is funny. So that spring is still really powerful, and especially for this one, I don't want that head flying because this head is far more nice looking than the normal one. So. Oh, dude, this thing just looks so gorgeous. All the metallics. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So it's got the ball joint at the head. It does have the shoulder pads that can move. It does have like the butterfly joint at the shoulders, as well as a nice ratchet and a swivel. He's got a bicep swivel and the elbow bend. A new piece of articulation is the wrist swivel, but he still does retain the thumb joint that the original one had, which is awesome. I do believe this mold's always had a bit of a waist rotation, yeah. We have to kind of keep in mind all the armor's going to get in the way. You do have the hips that move. Hips move out. You have a thigh swivel. You still have a knee bend. And you still have the kind of ball joint toe and then some toe articulation there. So overall, I still think this is a really nice version of Age of Extinction Knight Armor Optimus. And one thing that I have come to accept in my life is that I'm actually a fan of this design. I like Optimus Prime's Knight Armor from Age of Extinction. I do. I actually like this design. Do I like it more than the normal design from the first 3 movies? No. Do I like it more than Bumblebee? No. Do I like it more than Rise of the Beast? No. It's my least favorite movie Optimus design, but I still love it. So I'm so happy to have this. It's so nice. He's so pretty. He's so pretty. Let's transform him. Let's transform him. Let's see what his truck mode's all about. I still love how he has so much chrome on him, too. Because that's one thing I always loved about the Age of Extinction line, is that they actually had, like, vac metal chrome. And it's pretty much in the same places. They got rid of it on the chest, which I don't mind. Because I think the chest just being all these nice silver paints and all these little details, fine with me. Perfectly fine with me. So let us get him transformed here. I love this mold. Like I said, I've had that original one over there ever since 2014. How old was I back in 2014? Ooh, I wasn't that old. Oh, I don't remember how the arms go. Ooh, we'll have to figure that out. I don't remember how the arms go on this mold. It's been a while. I know they just kind of fold up or something. But yeah, I remember getting it and being super happy with it. And after all these years, it's still one that I really hold near and dear to me. How did the feet go? Oh yeah, doesn't this do a little rotate me do? Then this. Oh, I always loved this part. Because right here, there's like a trap door that the foot goes into. And that trap door is just there to fill out the leg in the robot mode. And I really appreciate that. So, let's get that all together. Front grille, let's get this tabbed in. That's another thing I love too. The grille in the front is just all nice and chrome. And this one actually does have the blue separating it too, so that's really nice. I forgot about that. Because that's one little gripe I always had with the normal one. It's like, oh, where's that little blue stripe on the grille? Because it wasn't there, but they actually put it here. Oh, dude, this is so hype. I've wanted this guy ever since it came out. There was a local Transformers shop back in the day. It's not really around anymore. But I remember going in there, and they had this Armor Knight Optimus. And I was tempted, man. I was real tempted to get it. But I didn't have the budget at the time because I was still just a teenager without a job. So I did not get it, unfortunately. But hey, nearly 10 years later, here I am with it. All is good. Do the arms... I'm still trying to... Please forgive me. It's been a while since I've transformed to this mold. I'm really trying to remember how the arms go. Because I know they like... Oh, I remember. They fold up like this, right? Along the side. Yeah, I think that's what they do. Because then they're going to kind of get closed up by the gas tank. I think that's what happens, right? I think that's how it goes for the arms. We'll find out. We're finding out together. We're looking at a nearly 10-year-old toy. You know, I did not get instructions for this either, and I don't look at instructions anyway. So let's get this front tabbed in together. Looking gorgeous. That is Optimus Prime's Western Star right there. That is so good. And then, yeah, the arms. The arms are definitely going to kind of tuck in right there. Yeah, I figured it out. We got it. We got it. One thing I'm noticing, there isn't as much metallic along the side here. That's just the plastic. But it still looks good. Definitely still looks good. And then get that rearranged. I'm worried I'm going to scratch some of the paint one day. I really don't want to do that because the paint on this guy is gorgeous. And that just collapses up top. And that is the truck mode. Looking incredible. Absolutely incredible. It's got the hitch painted silver. It's got a little bit of chrome right there for that Western Star logo. Chrome on all the wheels. It has a little bit of flame right there. Oh, dude. This is gorgeous. It's got some silver paint back there. And I can guarantee you this guy, there's no chrome right there. There's no chrome on the wheels. There's no paint back there. The hitch is still painted silver. But I'm not going to transform this one. I don't feel like it. I do want to show, though, that this one always had the weird, like, lime green windows, which never made any sense to me. I don't know why the windows are lime green, but these are black. Nice black windows. And one thing I've always loved about this mold, I always like me some good weapon storage. And at least has good weapon storage for one of the weapons. The sheath. You can see this sword has just always been sheathed on the back. And you can see the sword is a different sculpt as well. You can sheath it on the back. And you can use that same sheath to store it in the truck mode. But unfortunately with the shield, it just tabs in back there. Which isn't bad, but I don't know. It would have been kind of nice if the shield had a method to go under there. I like weapon storage if it hides the weapon. If it's just sticking off the vehicle, I'm not the biggest fan. One thing about this mold I've always loved it too, and it is the same with the American one. Since this was one of the first leader classes that kind of toned down leader class, no more electronics, no more anything like that, they did decide to make it a little bit more premium with the chrome as well as rubber tires. So the rubber tires are amazing on this. There is always a concern for the longevity of those rubber tires if they ever, you know, dry rot someday or just come off. But so far so good on both my American Age of Extinction and this one. This is so great. I'm so happy with it. Unfortunately, the chrome is a bit of a fingerprint magnet, but that's just the nature of chrome. Yeah, I am a very, very happy Optimus Prime fanboy today. This is incredible. I had to wait a while to get this too. It's been in my city for like 3 days, and then Thanksgiving happened, and then the Black Friday they're like, "Oh, we're not going to deliver it still," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks." But this is great. They painted a little bit of silver right there. There's so many little hits of paint that just make it feel so premium. So if you're in the market for a leader class Age of Extinction Optimus Prime, look no further than the Armor Knight. Do keep in mind, too, there is the Last Knight Caliber Optimus. It's essentially the same. It doesn't have this metallic blue paint. It is blue plastic. So in my opinion, that is a big detractor. But it does have like all of this section right here that transforms into a shield. And for some people, you know, it has a cleaner robot mode, so immediately it's better. But for me, I don't know, it's a bit of a cop-out, and the shield is just kind of big and ugly, and I don't really like it. So I'm happier with this one, especially with this metallic paint. Alrighty, I'm pretty much done talking about it. It's gorgeous. I love it. Go get it. Go on eBay. Armor Knight Optimus Prime. You can get it for around 60 bucks. It is well worth it to me. It is well worth it. It's very nice that there's a Takara Tomy leader class from back in the day that is actually available at a reasonable price. I've been wanting this for so long, and I haven't really looked it up on eBay for so long. And I'm like, oh, I hope it's under 100 bucks. I'm like, oh, I can get it for 60. Yeah, please. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this. Like I said, definitely no Unique Toys Challenger when it comes to the engineering and all that, but to me, this is still really, really cool. Alrighty, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Special shout out to channel members, as always. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Have a great one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.